Violence casting a shadow over the official move of the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem. Outside of it, protesters scuffling with Israeli police. Officials say Israeli forces killing more than 50 Palestinians in what they are now calling the deadliest day of protests in years along the Gaza-Israel border.
Now, despite the protests, the Consul General of Israel here in Houston praised the big move, saying the relationship between the U.S. and Israel has never been stronger.
However, that is not how everyone is seeing the move. Stephanie Whitfield has that side of the story. Stephanie.
Guys, there's no doubt what happened today in Jerusalem is of seismic importance, but whether that's a good or a bad thing depends on who you ask. In Jerusalem, American flags fly to celebrate the U.S. Embassy's move from Tel Aviv to the Holy City.
On behalf of the 45th President of
President Donald Trump, represented by his daughter and son-in-law, Jared Kushner.
This president delivered, because when President Trump makes a promise, he keeps it.
In Houston, the Consulate General of Israel honored the bold and just decision to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital and move the American embassy. But there are two sides to this divisive story.
So it's very empowering to the Israelis, but it's tremendously destructive and weakening to Palestine and sort of its allies as well.
University of Houston professor Emran El-Badawi points out, today also brought on the deaths of more than 50 Palestinian protesters along the Gaza border. They want Jerusalem as their capital too.
This really does represent a sort of de facto termination of the so-called peace process. I say so-called because it's already been sort of dead for years.
But in a video message, the president declared his commitment to peace in the region.
And we extend a hand in friendship to Israel, the Palestinians, and to all of their neighbors. May there be peace.
Although a big day symbolically, little is actually changing today, and that's because the new embassy in Jerusalem is actually a temporary location. It'll take about a decade to build the new official embassy, and that's when most of the workers there will move from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Stephanie.